Director of the Scottish Yarn Festival and also of the Scottish Wool Producer Showcase, which is happening this Saturday in Perth. I will be joined tonight by Alex of Unaroo Designs. Alex is coming and joining us from the Highlands, although she's joined us as Tall Girl Taylor by the looks of things. Yeah, so let's try that. Mike, you've come in as both. Okay, that's totally distracting me. Like it does. So, yes, as I was trying to say, Alex will be joining at our event. I think if you're lucky, there's maybe 1 or 2 tickets left for that now. Certainly, I don't think there's many. Hello! You gave me a bit of a flag there.
I gave myself a fright as well. I was like, oh, I'm so ready, I'm so organised. And it was like, Tall Girl Taylor has joined. I was like, no, wrong account. The perils of having multiple Instagram accounts.
Tell me about it. We would have gotten through it anyway, but I just thought, oh, here we go. And I'm a couple of minutes late as well because we are likely to be joined by Smeagol, who is fully charged with shenanigans. Just been having a few nip moments, and it's just like, oh geez, it's raining outside. She's going to hear the voices, and she's going to want to get in about everything. So the camera may go flying. If it does, we'll just run with it. You might also get a cat, but who knows? She loves hearing people talk and just wants to be part of it. So yeah, enough about one of my cats.
We might see some ginger kind of cattails wander past as they hunt for food. So we'll see whose cat gets here first.
Challenge accepted. So enough cat chat, although I do enjoy some cat chat. Hello everyone who's joined us, everyone who's watching later on when we go and post this to our grids. Alex, tell us all about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Right. So, if anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Alex. I am the dyer and I think just about everything else behind Unaroo Designs. So we are I say we, it's still just me. I feel like I'm bigging myself up as a multi-person venture. But we specialise in 100% British wool. I'm an indie dyer, based, I think you said, up here in the Highlands. So up nice near the north, with lots of lovely yarn and wool and all the goodness that comes with British wool, which is, I think, a bit of an underappreciated gem, but I love celebrating the kind of beautiful woolly heritage that we have. That's me. You
are definitely one of the biggest, like, wool with a capital W enthusiasts I know. I mean, you are really knowledgeable about British breeds and stuff, and I didn't realise that you got a background as a historian. Mm-hmm. So that was interesting to learn. That's like, oh, I've asked you to do this, and I didn't actually know that you do this.
Yeah,
always a bonus.
Qualifications to back it up.
Excellent. Not that I ever doubted you to begin with, but it's kind of like, it's just like, okay, here we go. Gut instinct is right again on this occasion. So yeah, so you are really you champion everything British. You joined us as Perth Festival of Yarn back in September. I think that was your first time vending with us, although I'd met you before at other things. And yeah, you just specialise in British bases. You don't do any of the sort of the importing of other things. And you're currently on a journey.
I am.
I'm wondering if you've maybe starting to pull into that station now. Maybe we're going to get an exclusive here, but certainly I know that you are on a journey to get to that point where you have been able to source Scottish yarn bases that you can trace, obviously, because it's really quite easy to trace a lot of Scottish stuff because there's not a huge amount of mills and infrastructure and all the rest of it. Yeah, so that was really exciting, and that was one of the main reasons why we reached out to you, because you will be bringing some British yarn bases to the showcase, and obviously they will be labelled as such. But yeah, you are on this journey, and it's really exciting. And yeah, we wanted to kind of support you with that. So how is that going?
Yeah, we're getting there. I think we're almost, you're right, pulling into the station is a good analogy. I think we're on the cusp of this journey coming to completion, because it's always been something that's really important to me is celebrating kind of the amazing textile heritage that we have here in Britain and celebrating British wool. And so you're right, we've only ever stocked British wool, and our wool will always be 100% British, from sheep to mill to where it's dyed. But I wanted to go kind of a step further, and I wanted to see how local a yarn we could produce. We've had to kind of extrapolate out a bit because of the, as you pointed out, shortage of mills. There's not lots of them about these days. So it's now a Scottish wool that is going to be, unfortunately, not quite ready for the showcase. It's going to be something that people have to kind of look forward to in soon, I hope. But it's sheep that come from the country estate where I used to work. So I have seen these sheep from lamb through to, you know, kind of their first shearing, their second shearing. So I could name each of these individual sheep if we wanted a list of sheep names. They were kept as a kind of almost a hobby flock on the estate. And the owner was like, oh, I'm not really sure what to do with the wool. And I was like, well, I'm happy to help. So it really, you know, it really, really worked out well. So that is off down to the borders to get spun next month. So we will have some truly traceable Scottish wool. And my biggest next exclusive is that I have recently moved. 6 months ago we moved house, and I've just got in contact and kind of agreed with the local farmer. So we'll be able to continue fully traceable Scottish wool in future as well, which is very exciting. I'm very, very excited about it. It's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, that's amazing, because I just knew you were going for Scottish yarn. I didn't know where.
Yeah.
Where in Scotland? Scotland is quite a big place. We have a lot of sheep.
Yeah, so it's going to come from, I think, 7 miles from where my house was at the time of picking the wool up, which is, yeah, amazing. Really excited. Really, really excited to get that finally spun up at last, which is going to be amazing.
It's brilliant. And I would love to see more estates, because I do know some universities do it and some other estates do, that they're natural lawnmowers.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm sure for a while it might have been done in conjunction with the Scottish Wildlife Trust, who will also be with us on Saturday. But I'm pretty sure that they did a thing, and it was called Flying Flock. And I have some Flying Flock yarn from way back. And it was a flock of sheep that were kept and were moved about to various sort of establishments to eat the grass. I love that. And on their wee labels, they were little sheep with little kind of like the old style Biggles kind of goggles and flying helmets. So it's adorable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it might have been like a Zorbles or something mix. So it was some sort of mix, and I went, yeah, we can't tell you exactly what kind of the percentage is, but it's this, and it was lovely, and it was a rustic yarn, and yeah. So there you go, Flying Flock.
What a name! That's amazing. I love that.
So you're not just coming down as a vendor this weekend. Tell the people what else you're doing. I think loads of people are actually they're commenting as well. Andre saying just to send a big hug. All the way from Portugal, and Ellen and everyone. Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Marking skill down for talking and reading comments at the same time. It's going to be like nodding my head as I try and keep on top of everything. Yes, I'm not just coming as a vendor on Saturday. In the afternoon, I am doing a talk on the history and future of British wool. Not to be confused with British wool, the marketing board, but British wool, the history of this amazing fleece and that we have here in Britain. So yes, very much putting my 2 history degrees, I've been collecting them, to good use with this talk, and kind of getting all of the knowledge out of here and into a presentation for everyone who's coming. I'm very excited.
It's going to be fantastic. Obviously moving to the Jura Centre and being upstairs and having several rooms upstairs, it's much bigger than last year. Anyway, I think just as the word's kind of been getting out, as there's more of a focus and I want to understand about provenance and heritage and sustainability and all that sort of thing, it has meant that we could like double the amount of presentation tickets that are available as well. So if you aren't already sold out, you literally have like one or two tickets left last time I checked anyway. So yes, if you've missed out, sorry people. If you're coming, it's going to be epic. We're almost down in single figures for actual showcase tickets anyway. So if you're swithering, like run, do not walk to the Scottish Arm Festival website and get yours because we can't magic additional people in through the door. Much as I would love to, we are, we're restricted. There's maximum capacity for a reason in case of evacuation, fire, all those sorts of things. So we have a head count and that's it. And I've spent this morning redoing floor plans to make sure that everyone can flow about a little bit better and see all the things. So all the stalls should be spaced out, like really well spaced out. Yeah, it's exciting. So do you have anything there? I mean, we can see your spinning wheel behind you. That was very strategically placed. This is new.
I just put my phone down so you could just see my brand new as of yesterday toy.
Gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And in a way, it's a shame that you are vending as well as doing the presentation, because otherwise you could have just kind of brought that and sat next to Celine McWheelie.
Oh, I would have been right there with my wheel. We've been already, sharing a few, I say hints and tips. She's been sharing some hints and tips with me and I've been nodding like a little enthusiastic student, all about learning this wheel. Because it's been a dream of mine for such a long time to be able to spin. I feel like it's a really lovely step, not just, much like, I don't know, sewing your own clothes or knitting your own garments, actually going a step further and being able to turn beautiful wool into, well, spun wool is something that I'm so excited about, but not sure we'll see it commercially yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, not all of this sort of fleece is going to the mill, is it?
I've already kind of carefully weighed out how much has to go to the mill and how much can maybe just stay here for a limited edition Alex exclusive.
Brilliant. Anyway, spinning chat side, what have you got to show the people?
So I have picked out a few skeins of our newest collection. So every year I like to do a lovely collection inspired by things that excite me and mean a lot to me. And there was no more obvious a choice than to do a collection this year inspired by the Cairngorm National Park, which is where we're based. And in fact, you can see Cairngorm Mountain in our logo. If I was organised, I would have an example of our logo to hand. I do not. You'll just have to imagine it. But I have got...
It might be at the top of people's screens. I don't know. I know mine's at the top of this because I kind of started it, but I think when people join, both of them are there. But yeah, it's totally inspired to have a Cairngorm's collection. There we go.
Cairngorm. So yes, it seemed fate to do a Cairngorm collection. So I have got the first 3 months, because we are only 3 months into the year, installments here, which will be coming with me. So they're available by pre-order each month, and that's it. That's the 1 month that people will be able to get a hand on them. But I just knew I was going to have to bring some skeins to the Scottish Wool Producer Showcase. So it is certainly for things like January skein. This is people's only chance this year to get a hand on it. And I just knew I had to dice them up for the showcase. So we've got Dawn Over the Cairngorms, which is inspired by, well, I think the clue is in the name.
Dawn Over the Cairngorms.
And it gets, you just get this amazing kind of pink glow that you only really get from being kind of right out in the sticks, and you see the sun as it kind of rises over the range, and it's this amazing glow that I just really wanted to capture. And I got this brand new basin. It popped up a little in our Christmas box, but it is currently limited to this colourway, which is a 40% Shetland, 40% BFL and 20% British grey alpaca yarn. So obviously we're not going to go into something kind of really fine and fluffy just because I was going to say limited to British bees, but that's definitely the wrong term. We've got 60 breeds to choose from. It's not a limit. But the alpaca just gives it a really nice kind of bit of fluff. So I'm very excited about this. It is so soft and squishy. And then we get the eagle and the hare, which is, I love a good icy colourway. I think it's something to do with living in the mountains. You just can't escape the kind of frosty glow that comes with being in them. And so this is actually inspired very glamorously by the funicular railway which is the highest railway in the UK and has, after 3 years, finally reopened. So I was keenly there on opening weekend, ready to kind of go up. And I thought it would be the most perfect thing to inspire it, because the new carriages, there is a blue one and there is a purple one. And as they pass each other, like especially if you see them as they go past the hill when there's snow on it. My husband's a big snowboarder, so quite often I find myself slightly frosty up at mid-station on the mountain. And you see them pass, and I thought it was the perfect kind of summary of the Cairngorms, really, of Cairngorm particularly when you're up there with the snow in winter. Oh, and finally, what am I going to do when I've got all 12 colourways going? They honestly bring me so much joy. And then this lovely green one is Marches. So this is our very newest introduction to the range. It's called Cozy Castleton, and it is inspired by some of our local cafes. So certainly up here in the north, Cairngorms, there's a real trend. I don't know if everyone's in on it, but there's a real trend for some of my favourite cafes having this incredible green wall. Their walls are painted with this amazing green. And I think it's almost exactly the same paint shade in every one of these cafes. And I love, on an evening or a late afternoon when it's frosty outside and it's a bit cold, and maybe you've been for a walk and you get the chill on your nose and you pop into the cafe and your cat has beaten me to it.
Meow.
You see that sign?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the little angel.
And straight into headbutting the camera. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, so Cozy Castleton is inspired by that kind of cozy feeling you get in the cafes with these amazing kind of velvety green walls. And I love a good green, and I just love the way these colours pick up. So those are the 3 very exclusive limited edition colours that I'm going to be bringing on Saturday, alongside some of my more kind of standard. Oh, look at that happy cat. Standard basic.
No. That's my baby. You never disappoint, do you?
Oh.
No.
We were always going to send into cat chat, weren't we? Look.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you can hear the purrs or not, but the purrs are plentiful. But that green, and you've knit yourself like a sweater vest out of it, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I just can't resist that kind of, I love an icy colour, but the warmth of it just brings me so much joy. And it really embodies this kind of changing season from the kind of chill of winter as you kind of edge into spring and you get all of those kind of rich colours emerging. And I just can't resist a good cafe. There we go. That's my
That's fabulous. So, no spoilers for the next lot. But
not possibly. I could not possibly. Maybe people just have to keep an eye out on Saturday.
Comes out on Saturday, yeah. Because the next question was, so when do pre-orders open for your next instalment?
So start of next month. They'll open on my website, which is unarodesigns.co.uk. They'll open there, and they tend to stay open for about a week, 10 days, which gives me plenty of time to get everyone's orders dyed up and out to people by the end of the month. But yeah, maybe people will have an opportunity to see it a little sooner on Saturday. Maybe.
You heard it here first, oh, squirrel. No, it's just wonderful to kind of see this again, sort of like analogies, the journey that you've come on. I mean, you just burst onto the Instagram yarn scene with your little dances and your outfits during lockdown.
Of course.
And you blew me away. I just loved your infectious enthusiasm for all of that, and it's shining through. You are a true champion for British yarns. I'm so excited to see that first lot. In fact, I'm going to have some of that sort of like first batch. Because yeah, it's incredible to kind of see just the momentum, how far along that you're coming, and being part of that journey. It's an absolute privilege to us. So thank you for agreeing to be part of this and for agreeing to do a presentation as well. You want to come to the presentation, don't you, Smeagol?
Oh, we'll pop him in. He can come sit up the front with me.
Probably would love it as well.
same time? No. But would we have a lovely time? Yes.
Yes, yes, we would. Thank you, everybody, for all your time tonight. Thank you, Alex. Let's sign off for this evening before the phone gets headbunted again and I lose everything. But yeah, it's been lovely speaking with you all tonight, and we'll see you on Saturday.
I'm so excited. It's going to be lovely.
It's going to be amazing. Bye, everyone. Say bye to the people, Smeagol. Bye. Bye. Bye.